let's talk about the Super Sega FPGA. This is something I've been watching from a distance, and I really need to talk about this because this is something that is starting to get out of hand, in my opinion. They're starting to take people money, and I want to let people know my thoughts and opinions, and let people know they need to be aware of what's going on here. Basically, you have a FPGA that's running on a Fugazi looking board, and some of the stuff where it just don't look right. It looks like it is no way that this stuff is working properly. I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on this, and the reason why, like I said, they're starting to take people money, and we're just going to go from there. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. Trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. The year's closing in. Hopefully we'll get there. If not, I just really appreciate you rocking with me either way, because we're going to keep it moving. Let's go ahead and get into this because I don't like stuff like this. You know, the retro gaming community is already in an uphill battle trying to preserve games, and they're trying to find the best way to play these games on hardware. And you got something like this comes about where when you look at some of the videos that they've been running, these videos look shaky at best. They've been running Crazy Taxi at a very low frame rate. There were some other games that they was running, and I knew something wasn't right because, first of all, they were running this with an Xbox 360 controller. So I didn't, that to me didn't really sit right to begin with, because I felt like if this is an FPGA, and let's cut to the chase. FPGAs really are a device that can run very similar to real hardware. And in most cases, the FPGA can run like native or close to native controllers. And running Crazy Taxi with a 360 controller is cool. I get it, but you would want to sell this in a way where you can run Dreamcast controllers or something like that. Now, I understand this is a prototype, but that right there from the beginning just gave me red flags, because regardless of it is a prototype or not, I would think with an FPGA, that would be one of the first things that could do to actually mimic it to the T. Nevertheless, even when they were trying to do other things with the games, there was another instance where they were trying to run a game and they were trying to reset the game. And when they reset the game, whatever they pressed, I don't know if it was on the PCB or if it was somewhere else, but when they tried to reset the game, the button that they pressed was the accelerator for the racing game they was playing. So that button was accelerating the vehicle in the game that they were playing. I think they were playing like I can't remember the game what it was playing, but you can see like the speedometer just moves when they press the button to reset. So there's a lot of fugazi stuff going on. There's a lot of craziness going on here, and I'm like, look, don't give these people your money. Right now, they're basically saying like if you give them $3, the $3 basically confirms your reservation or give you a link to a reservation, but they're going to keep your payment on file where they could take money out at any time. So this is something that's really a problem, where not only that you're getting something that they're probably not good quality anyway, but they're going to keep your payment on file so they could reserve the right to take money at any time. Because I mean, it's on their website. I'll put the link down in the description so you can check it out or whatever. But it is really bad. And I feel that with the way that the gaming community is going right now, this is one of the last things we need. We don't need stuff like this going on. I mean, the Super Sega, it sounds like a great idea, playing all these all these games on one console. It sounds really cool, you know. And I love FPGAs; they do phenomenal work. I have an OSSC. I have the AVS, the AVS that plays NES games. I have that, so they're really cool. But at the end of the day, it's like, we got to make sure this stuff is correct. We got to make sure this stuff is right. And the people who are making this stuff, you got to make sure this stuff is good, because the way I look at it, it look like this is just some stuff that they're kind of, you know, trying to piece it together, or they're just trying to make something that may work, or they just may not know what they're doing. So in my opinion, I will stay far away from this thing, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to get scammed, because you shouldn't give money to something like this to begin with. We've seen this plenty of times with other things, and you just don't want to go this route. You just don't want. I don't look at this as a high quality product. The frame rate on this is pretty bad. The board is doing crazy stuff. They're in the games don't even look like they're going to be up to par, even if they're able to get it up and running. You don't even know, because right now they're running a prototype and they want your money now, which they'll probably use to try to continue to build this. And if the project don't fall through, if the project falls through, they're just going to take your money and run off. This is the type of stuff I don't like, and I just don't understand, man. In my opinion, honestly, and I know this is not very popular nowadays, but for me, I would just either buy real hardware, which especially for the Dreamcast is not going to be easy. I've seen Sega Genesis like pretty cheap. Forget it on Sega Saturn, that is gone. But I'd rather know, or 32X, any of that stuff. That stuff is out there. But I would rather know that I would have the peace of mind knowing that my stuff will work if I buy those type of devices, or I would just emulate. I would just straight out emulate. I won't go down this route for a company that I don't know. They're out of Spain, and I don't know what they're doing, because based on the stuff that they've shown, it doesn't look good at all. So in my opinion, I would stay away from these people. $3 may not seem like a lot. Yeah, I'll give them $3, see what happens, but they reserve the right to keep your stuff on file. Who wants to go down that route? Excuse me. Like, who wants to go down that route? Like I'll put the link. Like, I won't even put the link. I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'll put the link down in the description so you can check it out. You can go click the pay thing, and right here at the bottom where it says they reserve the right to keep everything. If something, for them to take out their money out, basically. That's basically saying it in so many words. I'm going to translate it because it's in Spain. It says, if you confirm the payment of €3, €3, or $3.34, you will allow SuperSEGA to charge you this payment and future payments according to the stipulated conditions. It ain't no way. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. So at the end of the day, stay away from these people. Buy real hardware. If you don't want to buy real hardware, because I understand, buying stuff for the Dreamcast, if you're this late in the game, it's going to be tough. Sega Saturn, if you're late in the game, it's going to be tough. You could probably get away buying a Sega Genesis nowadays. They're not hard to buy. And the games for the other consoles mentioned are pretty, expensive. So just emulate. Don't go this route. And if somebody do come up with an FPGA, make sure it's somebody who's reputable. Something that when you look at their product, it looks good. This right here looks bad. It looks pretty bad. And shout out to everybody else who's been talking about this. Because like for the past few months, I've been looking at it, it's like, I don't know. But when they started taking people money, I had to say something to create awareness. And don't deal with these people. I just don't think that this is a good look right here. So I'm going to get up out of here. You guys be vigilant. I know people love the retro gaming community, but don't fall for stuff like this. This is crazy. So I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, y'all, I'm out. Peace.